Coronavirus is a positive, single-stranded RNA virus. So now let's relate this to our scene. First, corona is Latin for crown. So naturally, we're going to have to tie it into crowns by having our scene take place in the countryside of a kingdom. Notice it's a beautiful sunny day. The daytime setting is to help you remember that this is a positive strand virus, because sunny equals positive. And additionally, the rolling hills are golden yellow, a warm color, which tells us that coronavirus is an RNA virus. Now, we're going to draw in the king up front with his corona crown. Notice he's also wearing a thick robe. This is to represent that corona is an encapsulated virus. Also, take note there's no statue of naked David in the scene. So we'll actually have to know one little detail about this capsule, and that's that it's helical shaped, which is somewhat unique to coronavirus. So to cue you in on these helices, we'll add a long spiraling road that leads up to the kingdom, and the road should help you remember that this is a helical virus. We've made the trees helical too, because why not? So our king's looking pretty ill. So what does coronavirus actually do? Most people equate coronavirus with SARS, but it's actually also important to remember that coronavirus can cause the common cold. So we've drawn our king sneezing and blowing his nose to help you remember that coronavirus can cause the common cold. Okay, on to the more serious stuff. Different strains of coronavirus can cause SARS, and more recently, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or MERS, the new kid on the block. To help you remember the more serious features of these diseases, we can look at the king's chest. As you can see, this design looks a lot like a respiratory tract that's all red and inflamed. You can even see that the main bronchi are splitting into bronchioles. This helps us remember that coronavirus can cause acute bronchitis that can eventually lead to acute respiratory distress syndrome. You can diagnose SARS with a test for antibodies to SARS or confirm it with PCR. Clinically, it's a negative finding if there is an absence of antibodies over 28 days. Treatment can include broad-spectrum antibiotics, ribavirin, or corticosteroids, though the efficacy of any one of those is variable. Our last feature about coronavirus is that it replicates in the cytoplasm, just like all the other positive sense RNA viruses. Since all of the positive sense viruses replicate in this way, we chose not to include it in the sketches, but since this is a short video, I just wanted to reinforce this concept now. So just like a castle is the nucleus of a kingdom, this castle represents a nucleus, and the surrounding fields, the cytoplasm. Our coronavirus king is out in the field, so you can remember that coronavirus replicates in the cytoplasm.